baby's gonna be here before you know it. She snapped her fingers and the movers jumped swiftly into action, packing Ben's files into cardboard boxes. Ben could feel himself begin to panic. His book was a historical novel, a post-colonial epic about General Custer's last stand. He couldn't finish it without his notes. Please, he begged his mother-in-law, I'm still using everything you're taking. You're gonna have to get used to this, Joan said in a sing-songy voice. There's going to be a lot of changes around here. I'm aware, Ben said. Instead of that desk, there's gonna be a crib. Instead of that printer, there's gonna be diapers. And instead of your novels, there's gonna be his novels. Whoa, 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 Ben said, waving his arms in the air. We don't know for sure that the baby is a novelist. He could be any kind of writer. According to pregnancy.com, there's a 40% chance he ends up blogging. Joan rolled her eyes, smiling. You wish. What's that supposed to mean? She jabbed him playfully in the ribs. You're jealous of the baby. Ben forced a laugh. That's ridiculous. Relax, she said. It's normal for new fathers to be jealous. Don't worry. When the baby's born, you'll take one look at him and know just what to do. I'm not jealous, Ben shouted. He flushed with embarrassment. He hadn't meant his denial to come out so aggressively. He shot the teenagers a mitigating smile, but they both avoided eye contact. Look, I'm sorry, he said. I'm right in the middle of a chapter. Can we please just not do this right this second? The movers turned to Joan for approval. She groaned histrionically and threw her hands up in the air. Okay, fine, she said, but we'll be back. Ben waited until they were all gone, then yanked open his desk drawer and held the sonogram up to the light. There was only one thought on his mind. What the hell was that kid writing? I thought you said it was like $1,400, Sue asked as Ben rubbed her stomach with some almond oil. It's actually less, he said brightly, like $1,380. I don't know, she said. It seems kind of pricey for a slightly more detailed sonogram picture. I mean, that's like the equivalent of 5,000 diapers. Damn it, Ben snapped. Whoa, Sue said, taken aback. Honey, what's wrong? Ben thought for a second. I guess I'm just paranoid, he bluffed. I want to see him, really see him, just so I know he's 100% all right in there. You know, just for my own peace of mind. Oh, baby, she said. I had no idea you were feeling this way. She kissed him loudly on the cheek. If that's how you feel, then of course. I support you. Dr. Kowalski was his usual upbeat self as he booted up the high-tech 4D scanner. But when he put on his glasses and squinted at the screen, his face went slack. My God, he murmured softly. My God in heaven. What's wrong? Sue asked the doctor. Dr. Kowalski swiveled around and laughed. I am sorry, he said. Everything is fine with baby health. It is just this thing fetus is writing. It is so engrossing. He shook his head with amazement. I forgot there were other people in room. Until you spoke, I was just like, in it. Sue exhaled with relief. She tried to squeeze Ben's hand, but his fingers were limp. He leapt up and hurried toward the scanner. How did he get that typewriter? He asked. Dr. Kowalski shrugged. Is normal at 25 weeks. Ben was disturbed to notice that the fetus was using a hip vintage Underwood. He was almost certainly a novelist, and probably a literary one. What's he writing? He asked, trying to sound casual. His historical novel, said Dr. Kowalski, about General Custer. Ben's heart raced. He's writing about General Custer? Yes, said the doctor, but it is about so much more than that. It is suspenseful, lyrical. In some ways, it is a story of America itself. Wow, Sue said. That sounds pretty good. Right, honey? Right? He stole my idea, Ben murmured as they climbed up to their 5th-floor Brooklyn walk-up. How is that even possible? Sue asked. She was exhausted and a little out of breath. They can hear stuff through the womb, Ben said. He must have heard me talking about it or something. But you never talk about your work, Sue reasoned. I mean, until today, I had no idea you were starting a book about General Custer. I'm not starting it, I'm finishing it. I'm up to the last chapter, god damn it. It's going to be fine, she said soothingly. There can be 2 books about the same thing, right? But Ben had already bounded up the stairs, leaving her to walk up the final flight alone. Ben raced into his office and did some mental calculations. Even if the fetus was nearing the end of his novel, he was still stuck inside Sue's womb. He wouldn't be able to physically turn in a manuscript until after he was born. Assuming the due date held, Ben had